Alright, so this video we're going to go over homework problem number 8. We're talking about multi-step equations that have fractions, distributive property, and variables and constants on opposite sides. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the top right here as a checklist. I am going to create a T-chart. That is going to help me separate my equation. I can even do this double line to make sure I don't lose my equal sign. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use distributive property. I need to show my arrows. And remember, I'm only distributing to the two terms that are inside, not this right here because it does not include in the parentheses. 1/4 times 1/2. Remember, you're multiplying straight across, and you're going to get 1/6 x. 1 times 1 is 1. Sorry, 4 times 2 is 8. Good. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply straight across again. 1 times 4 is going to give me 4. And remember, that is an imaginary one. 4 times 1 will give me 4. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my equal sign and write down what I did not use. Now, if fractions, I distributed, but if I still have fractions, I need to multiply each side of the equal sign by a common denominator. So, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look for the least common denominator. That will help with reducing. That means the smallest number that can go into 8 and 4. What is the smallest number? Smallest number is 8. Because 4 can go into 8 and 8 can go into 8. I'm going to multiply this whole equation by 8. I am going to go ahead and draw my arrows to show I am multiplying by the whole thing. Now you can see I am multiplying by this side because it's within the parentheses. It wasn't here, but it is now. 8 times 1 is going to give me 8. I'm going to keep my denominator because anything times 1 will give me 1. 8 times 4, it's going to go ahead and give me 32. Keep my denominator, put my equal sign. 8 times 2 is going to give me 16x, and 8 times 1 is going to give me 1. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and now I'm going to reduce. I am going to, 8 divided by 8 is going to give me 1. Put my x. Here I'm going to have 32 divided by 4, and I'm going to get 8. Put my equal sign, and I'm going to get 16x plus 1. I'm going to write this. Okay, as you can see, I was running out of room. If you are running out of room, I'm writing really large so you can see. But if you are running out of room, go ahead and do it on another sheet of paper so that way it's nice and clear. I am going to write V and C on top because now I am going to simplify the expression. There is nothing to combine on either side. So I'm going to skip number 3 and I'm going to go on to number 4 and I'm going to use addition or subtraction for the property of equality to get all my variables on one side and all my constants on another. So I have a variable on my constant side, so I'm going to go ahead and do the inverse on each side. Please pay attention that I line these two up. That is because they are like terms. I have a positive and negative number, so I am going to subtract. 16 minus 1 is 15x. And I'm going to keep the sign of the larger number, which is negative. I'm going to cross out my 0 pair and bring down my 1. That is now a two-step equation. I'm going to watch my integer rules. I'm going to do the inverse of my constant on each side. I'm going to get negative 15x. I have a positive and negative number. I am going to subtract. And I'm going to keep the sign of the larger number. Last thing is I'm going to divide each side by my coefficient, which is negative 15. I'm going to bring down my variable, and negative divided by a negative is a positive, and I am going to leave it as the fraction 7/5. Okay, this is one solution. Be sure to slow down and watch each step. Good luck.